Hold on to your seats, everyone. Today, we might be witnessing one of the most significant developments in the world of currency investments, and it could impact thousands of Iraqi dinar holders across the United States. For years, people have been patiently waiting and hoping for the moment when the Iraqi dinar could potentially see a major revaluation. Today, reports are coming in from multiple redemption centers, hinting that some big changes might be on the horizon. Could this be the next big currency flip that investors have been dreaming about for years? Before you get ahead of yourself, let's carefully examine the situation as it stands, what these updates might mean, and how you can position yourself if the reports turn out to be accurate. This isn't just speculation anymore. There is activity that suggests serious preparation. In this video, we're going to break down all the information in a way that's easy to understand, so you know exactly what could happen next and why it matters to every dinar holder. Over the last 48 hours, numerous reports have started circulating about Iraqi dinar exchange rates being confirmed by redemption centers across the United States. These reports suggest that these centers have received updated information on exchange rates, which could be significantly higher than the current street value. This is important because it could indicate that a large-scale currency revaluation is being considered or is in preparation. If accurate, it would mark one of the most substantial developments for dinar investors in over a decade. While the reports do not come directly from official government channels, the consistency of the information across multiple locations makes it difficult to ignore. People in states like Texas, Florida, and California have described seeing rate sheets and preparation protocols being distributed to their local centers. These documents allegedly outline both the verification process for authenticating dinar notes and the scheduling procedures for handling large volume exchanges. The details are intriguing and suggest that these centers are taking this seriously. One of the most interesting aspects of these updates is the reported tiered system for handling exchanges. According to the reports, smaller amounts of dinar might be processed through normal banking channels, while medium-sized amounts would require scheduled appointments at specific locations. Large amounts would reportedly need additional verification, possibly involving multiple visits to ensure authenticity and compliance. If this information is accurate, it shows that redemption centers are preparing for the possibility of a massive influx of exchanges. This also highlights how critical it is for dinar holders to stay organized and prepared. Knowing how much currency you have, how it is stored, and having documentation ready could make the difference in processing smoothly when the time comes. Even if the exchange doesn't happen immediately, being prepared could save investors a lot of time and stress. This preparation also indicates that the potential exchange is not just a rumor, but is being taken seriously by multiple facilities. The reports also mention specific instructions regarding verification procedures. Redemption centers allegedly received guidelines to authenticate dinar notes with specialized equipment. Additionally, there are procedures for confirming the identity of each person making an exchange. Documentation of the source of the currency may also be required for compliance with financial regulations. This is significant because it demonstrates the level of seriousness being applied to ensure that fraudulent activity or counterfeit currency is not processed. Over the years, counterfeit notes have been a known issue in the dinar community, which is why these verification procedures are crucial. Properly storing your currency, keeping it in good condition, and maintaining thorough documentation is becoming more critical than ever. The emphasis on verification suggests that when exchanges do happen, it will be a formal, regulated process rather than an informal or rushed one. Another key point in these updates is the mention of appointment scheduling. Redemption centers reportedly have been advised to implement appointment systems for medium and large volume exchanges. This approach could be designed to manage the flow of currency efficiently and prevent chaos if a sudden wave of exchanges occurs. It also implies that timing will be critical for investors. Those who are ready with their documentation, proof of purchase, and properly stored currency may have an advantage in completing exchanges quickly. However, it's important to remember that scheduling systems might prioritize smaller amounts differently than larger amounts, and not all centers may have the capacity to handle every request immediately. Understanding the structure could save investors time, frustration, and unnecessary travel when the exchanges eventually begin. While these reports are generating excitement, it is crucial to approach the situation cautiously. Currency revaluations are complex processes involving multiple countries and financial institutions. Even if the updates from redemption centers are accurate, exchanges are unlikely to happen overnight. Government and banking authorities usually require months of preparation, regulation compliance, and official announcements before a currency flip occurs. This means that, while it's possible that a significant event is on the horizon, investors should maintain realistic expectations. Panic buying or making major financial decisions based on unverified reports could result in losses. Instead, focus on being organized, informed, and prepared. The key is to balance excitement with caution, ensuring that any actions taken are deliberate and well thought out. Tax considerations are another critical factor that cannot be overlooked. If a currency exchange of this magnitude occurs, it could trigger significant tax obligations depending on the amount being exchanged. Investors will need to be ready to provide documentation of the source of their funds, purchase records, and potentially consult with tax professionals. Understanding potential tax liabilities now can prevent unexpected surprises later. Ignoring this aspect could lead to complications, delays, or penalties when processing exchanges. For those who have invested in dinar over the years, being proactive about tax planning is as essential as organizing and storing physical notes. Ensuring all paperwork is ready and in order could streamline the process once official exchange procedures begin. Logistical challenges are also likely if millions of people attempt to exchange dinar simultaneously. Redemption centers and banks would need time to process such a large volume of transactions. This could result in delays, appointment backlogs, or even multiple visits for larger amounts. Understanding this possibility is crucial for setting expectations. Investors should not assume that exchanges will happen instantly or without process. Patience, preparation, and understanding the potential operational challenges can help minimize stress. Being proactive in researching which centers are equipped to handle exchanges in your area could give you a strategic advantage when the process officially begins. Security and authenticity are other areas emphasized in these reports. Counterfeit currency has been a long-standing concern in the dinar market, and senders are reportedly instructed to strictly authenticate every note. This means that notes must be in good condition and properly organized. Damaged or deteriorated notes may face additional scrutiny or could even be rejected. Investors should take the time to review the condition of their currency and consider investing in protective sleeves or holders. Proper preparation in this area could be essential for a smooth exchange experience. Maintaining a high standard of care for your dinar notes shows both readiness
and compliance with the expected verification procedures. It's also important to recognize what not to do based on these reports. Investors should avoid panic buying additional dinar or liquidating other investments out of fear of missing out. Currency speculation is inherently risky, and adding more exposure based on verified reports could increase risk unnecessarily. Additionally, making major life decisions, such as large purchase or financial moves, based on potential exchanges is ill-advised. Until official announcements are made, the situation remains speculative. The safest approach is to stay organized, remain informed, and follow credible channels for updates while continuing with regular financial planning and investment strategies. Monitoring for official confirmation is critical. Investors should watch for announcements from authoritative sources, including central banks, the U.S. Treasury, and major banks that handle currency exchanges. These confirmations will provide definitive guidance about exchange procedures, rates, and timelines. Until these announcements occur, all other information should be considered preliminary. Keeping a close eye on official communications ensures that investors are acting based on verified facts rather than speculation or rumors. This approach reduces risk and positions investors to respond efficiently when official instructions are provided. Recent economic developments in Iraq may also play a role in this potential currency flip. The country has been undergoing economic reforms and currency stabilization initiatives, and its oil sector and international relations are factors that could influence currency policy. However, even with favorable developments, currency revaluations involve careful planning, coordination with multiple institutions, and extensive preparation. They do not happen spontaneously. This is why understanding the broader economic context can help investors set realistic expectations about timelines, procedures, and potential outcomes. Historically, major currency adjustments have involved months of preparation and clear, widely publicized guidance. Governments and central banks typically issue detailed instructions and timelines to ensure a smooth process. This historical perspective is important because it allows investors to distinguish between legitimate currency events and mere speculation. Comparing current developments to past instances can provide insight into what might realistically be expected in terms of timing, procedural requirements, and logistical challenges. Being informed about historical precedents also helps investors avoid falling into common traps created by hype or misinformation. Even if these reports are accurate, the exchange process will not be simple or instantaneous. Redemption centers and banks will have to follow strict regulations to ensure compliance, authenticity, and security. Investors will likely need to provide proof of identity, documentation of currency ownership, and possibly additional financial information. Understanding these requirements in advance can make the difference between
Between a smooth exchange and unnecessary delays. Preparation, patience, and organization remain the most reliable strategies in this evolving scenario. Practical steps for investors include organizing all dinar notes, gathering documentation, researching participating centers, and considering potential tax implications. Proper storage of notes, such as in protective sleeves or holders, ensures that the currency remains in good condition. Documentation, including receipts or bank statements, verifies ownership and facilitates compliance with regulations. Researching redemption centers allows investors to identify which locations are equipped to handle exchanges efficiently. Lastly, consulting tax professionals ensures that potential obligations are addressed ahead of time. These steps collectively create a comprehensive approach to preparation and readiness. Red flags are another critical area to consider. Scammers often target currency investors during moments of excitement or speculation. Investors should avoid anyone asking for upfront fees to facilitate exchanges, as legitimate banks and redemption centers do not charge advanced processing fees. Be wary of claims of inside information about exact rates or dates, and avoid high-pressure tactics urging immediate action. Official exchange rates and procedures are always communicated through verified channels. Remaining vigilant and skeptical of unsolicited offers is key to protecting your investment and avoiding fraud. As we continue to monitor this developing situation, it's important to stay cautiously optimistic. While reports from multiple redemption centers suggest serious preparation, official confirmation from banks or government authorities is still pending. Investors should maintain realistic expectations, stay organized, and be ready to act if official procedures are announced. By doing so, they can maximize preparedness while minimizing unnecessary risk. This approach ensures that when the next big currency flip or any major development in the dinar market occurs, investors will be positioned to respond efficiently and strategically. Finally, staying engaged with the latest updates is essential. Following credible news sources, subscribing to channels providing verified information, and participating in informed communities can help investors stay ahead. Remember, preparation is key, but patience and diligence are equally important. Organizing your dinar notes, verifying documentation, and understanding the process will ensure readiness. While we wait for official announcements, maintaining balance between optimism and caution will allow investors to navigate this potentially transformative moment in the world of currency investment effectively.